Just 4 days before we celebrate 39 years of independence, as we meet once again on yet another episode of Crime Watch, a program proudly brought to you by your police service, the Zimbabwe Republic Police. On this forum, we seek to highlight the various achievements by police officers in arresting criminal syndicates, as well as inform you of the various engagement platforms that you can join to help in the fight against crime. My name is Elliot Kudzai Ganyani, and I'm your host on this week's episode. It is always a pleasure to join you in the comfort of wherever you are across the country. Gangs of criminals have been terrorizing communities, leaving some maimed and others dead, and the ZRP are having sleepless nights in trying to bring these criminals to book. Just recently, Criminal Investigation Department Vehicle Theft Squad arrested a 6-member gang of criminals who have been terrorizing residents in Harare and surrounding areas, robbing motor vehicles, among other heinous crimes.
Despite the increases in cases of theft and robbery of motor vehicles, as a CID Vehicle Theft Squad, we are making a breakthrough in arresting these criminals. Recently, we have arrested a gang of 6 armed robbers who were terrorizing citizens in Greater Harare and areas around Greater Harare. We managed to recover 4 motor vehicles, that is 2 Honda CRVs, a Nissan Caravan, and a Honda Fit. We managed to recover this firearm in which the criminals were involved in a shootout with the police. In one of the said cases which occurred in Mrewa, the accused persons approached a certain house where they ransacked that house and stole various household goods. They ended up raping the housemaid at the house. They loaded the stolen property in the complainant's motor vehicle, a Honda CRV, which they used as a getaway motor vehicle. The total value of the stolen property is approximately 15,000. And upon arrest, some of the property that was stolen from the complainant was recovered. Besides these arrests, we have also arrested a 17-year-old juvenile who was committing several cases of theft of motor vehicles in and around Harare. These are the parts of the Toyota Ram which was stolen by the juvenile and which we recovered.
In Guruwe, police have arrested 2 people after they were found in possession of ivory in contravention of the Parks and Wildlife Act, Chapter 20.14, at Vochora Business Center, Chief Bepura in Guruwe.
Information was received from an informer to the effect that there was a person who was in possession of ivory in the Kafuta area. So my team and the Parks and Wildlife Operatives teamed up and they proceeded to Kafuta, masquerading as ivory buyers. On arrival, the team met the accused person who brought 5 pieces of ivory. 4 of the accused managed to escape and ran away, and they managed to arrest 2 of the accused persons. I want to thank members of the public who supplied that information, and I want to urge members of the public to continue supplying information to the detectives.
People continue to lose money through fraudulent activities which are being perpetrated through social media platforms. 2 people lost cash amounting to about $40,000 last week after they were duped into sending money to the accused person for motor vehicles which in actual fact did not exist.
CID Commercial Crimes Division, Southern Region, received 2 cases of fraud whereby the social media platforms were used. We have seen quite an increase in these cases lately where the crimes hinge on cyber-related offenses. For instance, what's so peculiar about this case is that the complainant received images of motor vehicles on his mobile phone, and these images were coming from his friend who is in Guero. He contacted his friend to find out more about the vehicles that had been posted on his phone, he was told that there was an auction at VID Bulawayo premises. When he inquired further, he was given a contact by the name Changamire Mukondo. Changamire Mukondo is a fictitious figure. He does not exist. The complaint was given a list of motor vehicles that were being said to be on auction at VID Bulawayo premises. He ended up transferring $31,000 RTGS.
We urge you, members of the public, to be wary of social media advertisements and not to make any payments to people you do not know without verifying. On cases involving violence that rocked the country early this year, a total of 584 people have so far been convicted at the courts of law, and of these, 295 have been given jail sentences ranging from 1 to 7 years. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank all those who supplied the police with information that helped in the arrest of these perpetrators of violence. We take a short break. Join us shortly. We're in the second segment of Crime Watch, and thank you for staying with us. Transnational organized crimes have become a threat to peace and security in the SADC region, and the Z05E is strengthening its ties with its neighbors in order to curb these crimes. Recently, Zambia and Zimbabwe held a joint permanent commission on defense and security, which was held in Victoria Falls and was attended by members of the security forces from both countries, as well as those from the Department of Immigration and National Parks, among others. The Commissioner General of Police, Tandabantu Godwin Matanga, who chaired the Public Security Committee, emphasized the need to strengthen these relations so as to curb cross-border crimes.
I am confident that this session of the Joint Permanent Commission on Defense and Security will, just like many others before, provide us a mutual platform to deepen our bilateral cooperation in the field of public security. Given the zeal and impetus being directed towards improving the socio-economic growth by our two countries, it is imperative that as public security institutions, we engage in open and frank deliberations as well as come up with action and time-bound resolutions. We are duty-bound to heighten cooperation in order to enhance the smooth and efficient flow of people and goods between our two countries. At the same time, we need to combat all forms of transnational crime, including poaching, human trafficking, smuggling, among others, so that Zimbabwe and Zambia become the preferred destinations for investment and tourism in the region and beyond.
His counterpart from Zambia, Deputy Inspector General of the Zambian Police Service, commended the regional commanders for constantly conducting bilateral meetings.
It is imperative that we are meeting today to discuss matters affecting our common borders in a friendly manner, which we have enjoyed from time immemorial. The security situation along our common borders has remained peaceful and stable. We can only attribute the scenario to the regular interaction between our two countries at various fora, including this Joint Permanent Commission on Defense and Security. It is also important to ensure that regular meetings at provincial and district levels are held in order to dissect and analyze crime trends in our region and beyond. Such analysis helps enhancing decision-making on security-related matters.
These bilateral relations have yielded results as several criminal syndicates have been arrested.
We are glad that we are policing one of the 7 wonders of the world, which is also one of the special economic zones. We have a tourism police unit in place to facilitate free movement of tourists. We will continue to collaborate with tourism industry, at the same time assuring international and local tourists a safe and secure destination. We are partnering with the Parks, Wildlife Management Authority and the Forest Commission in anti-poaching patrols in a bid to conserve our natural heritage. We have arrested 7 nationals for unlawful possession of 20 kgs of rhinoceros horns valued at $930,700. This arrest has also led to the recovery of a Ford Ranger vehicle which was stolen in South Africa and later on registered in Mozambique, and it was recovered in Victoria Falls.
CID Victoria Falls has arrested a syndicate for unlawful entry. The gang was targeting lodges and other residential houses in Kazungula area.
Very recently, we arrested a gang of criminals that comprised of one Dostin Mube, Tavani Dube, and Elton Sibusiso Nyati. These criminals were targeting lodges and residential areas that are along the Kazungula-Zimbabwe border area. Usually they will be targeting property that includes cameras, laptops, cell phones, and cash. The property stolen was all valued at $7,000 and everything was recovered. The accused persons were all sentenced to a total of 32 months each. We also arrested 3 other accused persons who were also targeting residential areas along the border. They were each sentenced to 36 months imprisonment.
Meanwhile, ZRP Victoria Falls continue to patrol along the Zambezi River to arrest criminals who are in the habit of smuggling goods into and out of the country using illegal crossing points.
Canoes suspected of smuggling things were seen in the river. So that called us to duty. We patrol on monthly basis. So this police boat, it saves us on criminal issues, especially of poaching. Those who are engaging in poaching activities, think twice, because we are not going to leave any stone unturned. Then this boat, it also assists us in security matters. We need to protect and guard our boundary. We make sure that the natural flow of the Zambezi River is not disturbed by any illegal creation or forming of channels that can divert the flow of water. So far we have done so well because the river is still intact. We also carry some awareness campaigns on all water users in the Zambezi River. Boats should not be just found on the water without having gone through necessary stages. Applications are made to the registrar of vessels, who issues registration certificates, which bear a registration mark and numbers. The registrar of vessels is also the one who determines the number of persons permitted on a boat.
There is one particular thing that I would want to mention about our police force, which they are doing exceptionally well, which is basically patrols that they do. Their boating unit helps a lot in the controlling of the possible or potential bad behavior that can happen. The most common that you would find if the guys were not there would be the speeding, which causes rapids, which also affects the stability of other boats and also disturbs the smooth running of the other boats. So they do exceptionally well on that. And the other advantage of having police force on the patrol on the river is the comfort, the sense of comfort, the sense of safety and security that our tourists get to have.
Welcome to the third and final segment of Crime Watch, and thank you for staying with us. In a bid to live to the letter and spirit of our 2019 theme, which says S05E, rebranding to restore public confidence for peace and economic development in the Second Republic, the Commissioner General of Police, Thandabantu Godwin Matanga, has officially opened a training workshop at Morris Depot, which is meant to equip S05E junior officers who are station commanders with the requisite skills and knowledge on how to do policing in the new dispensation, where our thrust is to refocus and work with you, members of the public, in the fight against crime.
A functioning and a vibrant police service is a vital call towards government efforts to turn around the country's economy, more so as the nation journeys towards an upper middle income economy by the year 2030. The Zimbabwe Public Police is in tandem with government and national priorities, taking robust steps to rebrand the image and perception of the police service. In this regard, the organization seeks to make 2019 a turning point. Hence, we set ourselves a policy theme which says, and I quote, S05E rebranding to restore public confidence for peace and economic development in the Second Republic, unquote. We are convinced that if we are to fully meet the expectations of our clients and serve them to the best of our abilities, it is inevitable that as an organization, we move on a path of re-engineering and connecting with the people. Our main task is to prevent crime from occurring, and where it occurs, to prevent crime from taking root through detection and bringing offenders to justice. Training and supervision of police officers shall be ongoing in order to ensure that all strategies to rebrand and transform the organization dovetail with government's national trajectory. I am thus pleased to officiate this historic event that marks the official opening of the rebranding refresher training program for officers in charge station and officers in charge crime.
As part of its rebranding and reconnecting program, police in Matabeleland North Province held its client service charter relaunch meant to reinvigorate police public relations and also enlighten members of the public on the minimum level of service they should expect from the police.
The Zimbabwe Police Service endeavors to ensure that at all times there is a smooth flow of communication between the organization and its customers. We encourage our valued clients to notify the police when they are dissatisfied with the service rendered to them. Sitike namhlanje ungaya emapoliseni ungasuthiseki ungathuli ungafeli phakathi. Phuma uye ukhulume ukuthi hayi ngifikile eNyathi Charge Office but angibanjwanga ngendlela ebengikhangele. In a nation which holds the respect of the rule of law, a client service charter becomes a binding social contract between the service providers, who are the police in this case, and the service recipients, who are the local community. In an effort to enhance the shared responsibility of policing, members of the public are encouraged to join the following policy initiatives: neighborhood watch committees, crime consultative committees, business against crime forum, and the junior poll program. I assure and promise you that the police will strive to deliver quality service as outlined in our client service charter. Murder cases emanating from close relationships, bearding disputes, domestic violence, mining claims, kamakorokoza, indawo yakini vakitigwera makorokoza, and the petty family disputes are on record in the province and particularly in Kai district. Of concern to this crimes is the use of machetes, especially in Kai district. Consequently, all officers commanding districts have since issued prohibition orders restricting the use of dangerous weapons such as axes, iron bars, machetes, and long carries. Tina njengamapolisa umsebenzi wethu omkhulu kakhulu yikuthi lina lihlale lingasabi ukuthi sizathontshela, sizatshaywa, sizarejwa or anything else. Ngakho ke yiyo injongo yethu and yiyo injongo yokuba lamapolisa eZimbabwe.
At yet another client service charter relaunch held at Rido Shopping Center in Chitungwiza, police have honored some of its members who performed their duties distinctively. The officer commanding police Chitungwiza district was the guest of honor.
We have been relaunching the service charter, the client service charter, to restore confidence from the members of the public by reminding them of the minimum standards of service they require from us as the police. And to this end again, we have taken this day as an opportunity to award members who exhibited good performance on their work, particularly in following up given information, that is tips received from members of the public. And we have managed to give them certificates as a matter of motivating them and also indicating that we are appreciative of their service. By doing so, we are also showing the members that whenever they make tip-offs, these tip-offs are responded to swiftly.
One of the recipients of the awards narrated how she tirelessly worked to arrest a motorist who had committed a hit-and-run accident, killing a 10-year-old in Chitungwiza.
Ndapiwawo certificate in honor of good work performed. Yakanga iri accident yainvolve a 21-year-old boy akanga asina license achibva attended to his phone while he's driving. But aita veer off the road achinonoka down a 10-year-old people achibva ashaikira passport and he ran away. Takazotevera tikakwanisa kumuapprehenda ndomutora tukoti kwaakanoconvictwa 4 years with labor.
A number of the congregants, including women and children, were elated by what they witnessed at the gathering.
Ndafara nechiitiko chaitika nhasi taona vana vedu vachidzidziswa discipline yakanaka yokuti ramangwana ravo rinova rakajeka. Dai vamwe vana vanga varipo vazhinji vagoona zvachiita vana discipline yacho.
Kudhini yako inobatsira kuti kana mwana ine hunhu hwakashata anokwanisa kuziya hunhu hwakanaka plus munenge muchidzidziswa discipline. And then unoziva ma-children's rights kana mamwewo dzimwe mhosva dzinongoparwa nevanhu nema-rights emuno muZimbabwe nezvinofanira kuitwa. Kana kuti paine mhosva dzinenge dzaparwa unoziva vanhu vekuti unonotaura kwavari. Unogona kubatsira futi vana vechikoro, vamwewo unenge waona kuchikoro aine zviri kumushungurudza. Unogona kumuudza kuti unouya kujuni yako woenda kwakati wonobatsirwa, nyaya yako inokwanisa kusolvwa.
We encourage you to preach the gospel of togetherness, peace, tolerance, forgiveness, as well as respect for the sanctity of human life. We do not want murder, rape, robbery, or any other such crimes that disturb our social fabric as a nation. Please do contact us on the details appearing on your screens should you have anything you feel may interest us. And yes, remember, life is like a shadow. 1 minute is there, the next minute it could be gone. So as you live each day, remember to play your part in shunning crime. My name is Elliot Kudzai Ganyani. Until we meet again on the next episode, pleasant viewing.